so the BMS intake, gonna get a little bit of turbo noises real quick. Alright, so we got the windows open and do a little bit of sound test. Alright, kind of a little bit of bonus footage. So we got the inside sound, we got the windows down sound, and now we're gonna do a little third gear pull. We're running map 5 today. It's a little bit of the less aggressive map than my custom mapping, just because I don't like pushing my car quite that hard every single day. The turbo's that hard, that is. Let me see if I can get a better angle for you. All right, I'm going 40 and let's go. Nice smooth pull to red line. Hopefully you're able to see that. A nice smooth pull to red line. This map's not pushing as much boost as I normally push. It's 20, which is about 2 or 3 psi less than I normally run. I normally run the 20 to about 23. So this one's a little less aggressive. It's kind of a more of a daily driver map. And then I've got my map 6, which is dialed in a little bit more aggressive and about 3 more psi. So you think about, generally they say each psi is about 10 horsepower. So we're going to say my other map is probably 20 to 30 wheel horsepower more than this map. But this is my daily driver map, and then my map 6 is my occasional fun driver map. Just because we don't want to overspin the turbo for pushing too much boost. This turbo pretty much maxes out around 24 psi. It can't push any more than that. So for me, I run this one normally, and then occasionally when I do like a fun pull, I'll swap it over to map 6. So it's kind of like a 4 days a week we're running map 5, and then one or 2 days a week we're running map 6, which is the map of course I prefer, but I don't want to push it too hard too often. But yeah, so the car's running great. Hopefully you got some sounds of the BMS intake. Of course it sounds awesome. Here, I'll get another little sound. It sounds awesome. It's hard to display on video, but it is more it's more aggressive than the ETS intake. You hear more turbo noises. If I were to put it on like a percentage rating, I would say it's like 30 to 40% louder than the ETS intake. So the ETS intake sounded awesome. They make a very good product. This one is a little bit louder and I feel a little bit of a power difference. So as you guys know, I got my 60, my 30 to 70. But in third gear. So no shifting, just straight third gear pull. So my 30 to 70 was 4.8 seconds. When switching over to this intake, that dropped down to 4.4 seconds. So we cut off 0.3, and that was before I even got the map 6 dialed in. So I think we probably cut off about half of a second. I don't know what that equates to power-wise difference, but what I do know is that the car feels awesome. It sounds great. We got if you hopefully could hear it, we've got the ETS muffled axle back. I didn't go cat back just because I got a really great deal on this one. I ended up getting this one off of eBay. Someone said that it was too loud for them. I don't think it's loud, but allegedly it was too loud for them. So that's why they sold it. I was able to pick it up for $400 shipped, which I think was like $420, $430 with tax, which is for that pipe is pretty affordable. I think that was like a few $100 discount. So I was pretty happy about that. J-pipe will probably come in the next couple months, and then I have a couple other people that were curious about other things such as sway bars and end links, I will probably go down that path as well. It would be great and helpful, of course, if I can see if I can end up getting, I'll reach out to those companies and see if I can get partial sponsorship. I'm not looking for a full sponsorship, but maybe a partial sponsorship where they give me like a 20% or 30% discount to be able to kind of show off their brand, but of course not a full discount, because there's still going to be I don't want there to be a bias. I'm going to try to review it as honestly as possible, if of course, if I can get some type of sponsorship like that from one of those companies that has those. I don't intend on doing coilovers, but same thing, if somehow I was lucky enough to get reached out to by one of those companies, I would install coilovers. I've done the job a few times before on different cars. It's not hard to do, but I'd be happy to review it. But for me, I probably wouldn't drop the car more than like an inch, just because I like the stock ride height. I think the only thing that would be a positive with the coilovers is hopefully maybe a little bit of a better ride quality than we already have. I already enjoy the ride quality, but if we could get it even better, I'm not against that. But yeah, so here we'll get, see if I can get one more little turbo noise for you guys before we sign off. I'll shift up one gear and it sounds awesome. Hopefully it's picking up on the camera. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, you have any video ideas, let me know. I try not to launch the car too much, but of course, we're in the, just depends on the how good we're shifting, but we're in the high fours, low fives, just depending on how well we shift for that launch. But the car's running great. Planning on keep pushing it and keep seeing what we can do. Right now I'm running E30. Potentially, I'm gonna look at, do a little research and see if we can maybe bump that up to E40. E40 would allow me to push to get even better air-fuel ratios and potentially push the car even harder. So we'll check that out as well. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, just let me know.